Matt Dennison, who's now at Canton South. He coached for about 20 years here and really had the program up to Canton South. Matt's father, Jim Dennison, was a longtime coach at Akron and at Walsh.
Correct.
So Philly has a great tradition themselves. Obviously, it's named after Woody Hayes, who spent a few years coaching down here.
I've heard of him, yes.
Yes. Right up on the press box up there. Carter Dusky will be kicking off here. Yeah, so Louisville starts their season at New Philly, and they travel south again at Zanesville, and then they host Northwest week 3. So it's important to get to a good 3-game start. Then they go to a 5-game Federal League schedule pretty much. So it's good to get some momentum here to start.
Set to kick off for the Leopards, number 2,
so Carter Dusky, who kicked off last year and punted, kicked some and punted, is going to take both duties this year. He's going to be kicking off. Jordy Dela Cruz is back deep for the Quakers.
Carter looks like he's been in the weight room in the offseason. He certainly looks much bigger than the kid I remember from last year.
Yes. I think Carter's talking to one of the Leopard faithful. I think he's put on about 15 pounds here, and he's going to definitely be one of our senior leaders. Yeah, so nice crowd on hand, T-shirt weather, beautiful sunny skies. The pride of Louisville in the end zone, actually Philadelphia graduates. I'm sure they got a little
rivalry going there.
Yes, a little extra incentive there. So we're here with Straggett Media. Straggett will be covering all your Leopard football games this year. Live audio coverage for the football games, and the game you're going to watch after the game's on tape delay. You can watch Leopards. A lot of Leopard athletic events will be on Straggett Media. You can watch the Leopard Lair show during the week. So Jake Taggart, Rob Johnson head the way. They do a great job of showcasing Louisville athletes, and they're excited to bring this football broadcast to you. Well, I'll tell you what, it's the energy of that first rundown is I'm sure these guys are going to be running on clouds here. So Dusky gets set to kick off. Pooches one over the head to Dela Cruz, the 80, picks up at the 5, takes it up the middle, and he's tripped up there by Mize there.
They said he was down.
All right.
Said he was down. They thought there was a fumble on the play. No replay in high school football,
no.
So you have to take the word of the referee.
So Wyatt Smith, who's a starting defensive tackle, tripped him up with the shoelaces. Leopards start up front. Cyrus Wright at nose guard, Brady Hawk and Wyatt Smith on the defensive line. Linebackers across, Cam Doherty, Will Ramsey on the inside, Jacob Galbraith, Carter Dusky on the outside. Keaton Fossil in the shotgun. Scrambles, and he's taken down by Wyatt Smith and Brady Hawk.
Good pressure by Wyatt Smith, just coming off the edge. Nothing fancy, just went right through his man and made that big play.
Looked like Fossil was looking for a short route. Everybody's blanketed. He had nowhere to go and kind of stepped to his left and got smothered by a couple Leopards.
Excellent coverage by the Leopard D.
2nd and 17, I believe. Twins to the near side. Give is to Dela Cruz, and he's tripped up quickly by Will Ramsey.
Nice play by Will Ramsey. It looked like he shot through the B gap on that one. Good call.
So Leopards have the Quakers in 3rd and long. That was actually Etney Richardson with the carry.
3rd down, 20.
3rd and 20. Leopards don't want to bail them out with a dumb penalty here on the defensive sides. Fossil takes a snap. Looking, flush to his left, throws a little toss to the sideline. It's broken up by C.J. Carlisle.
Incomplete. A penalty marker is down.
Let's see what we got called there.
Holding on the defense. That's not an automatic first down.
No, it's going to be. I think it's going to be a 10-yard spot foul, so it's going to change a 3rd and 20 to about a 3rd and 2, and that's one like we just talked about. You don't want to bail them out with a ticky-tack penalty. And did they actually signal something or not? They didn't really march it off, but I guess it's going to be 3rd and 10. So I guess it was from the line of scrimmage.
Spot foul? Or
yeah, it's a line from the line of scrimmage. I said that wrong. Spot fouls are on offense. So 3rd and 10 now. 3 wideouts, and I think we got a little shuffle in there. So the Quakers going to give 5 back.
Early game jitters, that's to be expected this time of the
Yes,
year.
especially with both young teams. Quakers with only 3 starters back on offense. Carson Long and Pete DiDonato were the receivers down to our side. So 3rd and 15. Defensive backs, we got Braden Hershey, sophomore Gabe Stouffer, Jake Palmier. Here's pass, little quarterback draw. Shellis pushes forward, and he's going to be about 5 yards short of the first down.
Nice safe call on 3rd and 15. I mean, I don't think they wanted to risk putting up an interception or anything of that nature. So,
Couple of young.
Probably a good call.
Yes, field position early on. You want a lot of emotions. That momentum can go early. So Braden Hershey set back to take the punt.
Zach Rothrock in punt formation.
Zach Rothrock going to take the punt.
See if Coach Kappas puts a little pressure on him here. Nope, setting up the return.
Wobbly spiral, takes a roll. Hershey lets it roll more. And it's going to turn into about a 48-yard punt. That's a tough one. You want to field those because they got a good 15, 18 yards on the roll. So Leopard's going to take on their own 26-yard line. Owen Burek ready to start his Leopard debut. I would say under center, but you don't see much under center anymore.
Very seldom anymore, Mac, that's for sure.
Good to see Colton Loy. I know he was iffy to play. He's had shoulder issues, but good to see him out in the slot there. So Burek under center. The side carve. Owen DiMarzio, sophomore. Fake to DiMarzio. And Burek's going to go down. Nobody open, and
good coverage by the Philadelphia secondary on that one. I would consider that more of a coverage sack. But
Owen
good pressure by number 75 for the Quakers.
Boston Crowell put the pressure, and Owen Shellis, 6'7", 215.
Second down, 16.
Big man for the Quakers, finished him off. And off to DiMarzio to the left. Gets a couple back. So it's going to make 3rd and long for Louisville.
Pulled the right and left right tackle and the right guard on that one. What we used to call the counter tray. I'm not sure what they refer to it.
There you go. Washington Redskins, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't quite work like
the Hogs
Russ Grimm and whoever those guys were back in the day. Trips to the right side. DiMarzio goes in motion, flare out to DiMarzio, and we're going to have a penalty, and I don't know if our false start here.
Penalty marker is down.
Legal procedure. So both teams mirroring their offensive here, hurting themselves with negative plays.
Not sure if a wide receiver jumped or Owen just turned it up too quick when he went in motion before the snap.
And being young, he's a fast sophomore. I got the coach's father long ago in the mid-late 1990s. Great linebacker for the Leopards.
19.
Alex DiMarzio. 3rd and 19. Burek takes the high snap, fakes, going to go quarterback draw, just like the Quakers. Called it.
Like you say, mirror images of the two.
Hopefully
we can get a 48-yard punt off to bail us out like Philly did.
Zach Rothrock, the punter for the Quakers, finished him off, and it's going to be 4th and 17. So the Leopards lose 7 on that series. Carter Dusky, returning punter. Jordy Delacruz back for New Philly, just across the midfield. Low snap. Dusky gets off a short wobbler. And it's going to be a 20-yard punt. So New Philly, the field position game, works in their favor.
First and 10, New Philadelphia.
And they're going to take over at the Louisville 38-yard line.
Early test for the Leopard defense here. Let's see how they come out, and hopefully we can stop them here and maybe get them to punt or even force a turnover or something of that nature.
All right, Quakers in a power formation. Hand off to Richardson to the left side. He powers through and picks up close to first down.
Nothing fancy, just over the left side, letting the big boys take over.
Yeah, sometimes keep it simple.
Exactly.
With the wing and the tight end, the left side. First and 10, 28-yard line. 7:17 here left in the first quarter. Scoreless here. New Philly's second series here. Got trips the short side, going to roll here to the long side, I'm sorry. Fossil throws.
Nice play by number 4, Ty Palmier.
Right.
That one up.
Yep, Ty Palmier. Him and his brother Jacob Palmier both seeing action for the Leopards, and great job in breaking on that ball and not getting too grabby and just enough to break it up. So make 2nd and 10. Ball's on the left hash. Those of you watching at home here, of course, some of you are listening to the live audio, so I'll be a little descriptive here. Quakers going trips tight end to the left side, and they're going to hand off again the play they ran before, and they're going to pick up about 5. Will Ramsey, Jake Palmier, and Gabe Stouffer in on the tackle.
Much better job defending that play that they ran on the first play of the series.
3rd and 4. All right, it's probably definitely 4-down territory. Ball's on the 24-yard line. Quakers go with 4 wide outs. Trips to the wide timeout. As Cooper Rice, who was dealing with an ankle injury, comes out. Braden Hershey comes in at the corner. Looking to the short side, a little square and route. Breaks a couple tackles. And Owen Schellis takes it in for the 24-yard touchdown. And the Quakers take a 6-0 lead.
Fancy, just a quick in route, and he broke 2 tackles, took it to the house.
Yep, comes down to making tackles, and the Leopards, unfortunately, and making tackles and breaking tackles, and the Quakers won that battle and take a 6-0 lead with 6:19 left here in the first quarter.
Schellis, a big kid, he's 6'7", so it isn't like he's an easy guy to bring down either.
No. Aiden Mushrash kicking for the Quakers. Carson Long holding. So the Leopards had a great defensive start to open the game. Unfortunately went backwards offensively. Sloppy snap, create a short punt, and the Quakers take advantage of a short field, a 38-yard drive. So Mushrash set the kick. Aiden Matthews holding. High snap, and Mushrash punches it through. So it's 7-0 New Philly Quakers.
6:19 remaining first quarter, the score.
We're going to take a break on the Straggett Media Network.
Louisville.
All right, we're back at Quakers Stadium, Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. 6:19 left in the first quarter. New Philly just had a 38-yard drive to take a 7-0 lead. Aiden Mushrash is set to kick off. Leopards have a couple of sophomores back, Owen DiMarzio and Gabe Stouffer. Jacob Palmier and Brady Hawk in front of them. And it's important for the Leopards here to get some momentum here offensively after going backwards first drive. A little punch kick. DiMarzio is going to let it go out of bounds. See if the Leopards take the good field position. I can't remember if they get it the 35 or 40 nowadays in high school.
Might have changed from last year, so we'll see what the new rule is.
Yes, they have not brought fair catches to high school level yet. I know they have had that in the college for probably about a decade now, and the pros are going to do that this year. Leopard's going to get on the 35-yard line on the hash. So Series 2. Fortunately, Leopards were sacked on the first play, and that kind of put them behind the chains, and they couldn't recover from that in their first drive there.
First and 10, Louisville, at their own 35-yard line.
So up front, Leopards, Trevor Burek, the first freshman, we believe, ever to start for Louisville. He's playing left tackle, Sias Wright at left guard. Kim Atwell at center, Chase Wondercheck at right guard, and Brady Hawk at right tackle. Leopards with trips to the wide left side. And a delay of game coming right out of the kickoff. That's early season, young, youthful jitters there. So, KP, in your days, I'm guessing there wasn't a lot of shotgun back when you were playing for the Leopards on grass.
Never knew about the shotgun.
Roger Stahlback was the only guy
Absolutely,
taking that back then.
Yep.
So, first and 15, getting behind the chains again. Burek, a little dump pass.
Oh.
Was open. Unfortunately, missed Austin Wade on the floater. Nice call on the play fake, but couldn't connect. Wade's a big boy for Louisville.
6'4". He was wide open. We just missed him.
Sometimes that first completion of your season is the most difficult, so hopefully get some rhythm here early. Second and 15. Balance set. Burek takes a snap. Throws and connects with Tate Golden.
Good hands by Tate Golden bringing that baby in.
Tate's got a lot of nice athleticism and speed, and the Leopards pick up their first down of the 2023 season. Leopards going quick, trips to the short side. Hand off to DiMarzio up the gut, and he gets a yard or two. Tackled by Jaden Bolts for the Quakers. And Owen Burek's going to probably be able to throw a little more comfortably now they get that first connection there. Leopards crossing midfield. Second and 8. Hershey split out here to the short side with Golden. Burek runs a read option. He's going to push forward and pick up about 4.
Just a little inside zone play and took it outside. Good call by Mr. Burek there.
Brought down by Zach Rothrock. Miles
Leopards with a 3rd and 3, probably 4 down territory.
DiDonato. 3rd down, 3.
3rd and 3. Got a heavy formation here to the wide side. Little quarterback keep off left tackle, and he's close to first down. Looks like he's going to get first down yardage. Little help push from Trevor Burek, who I believe is a distant cousin from talking to Trevor's dad, Bob.
Into the 41-yard line, 1st and 10.
Trevor's older brother and dad were receivers, so he's getting a little big, nasty inside. Burek's aren't used to blocking. They're used to catching. But Trevor's a strong young man. He's a nice athlete.
Definitely has the offensive lineman size. There's no doubt about that.
Hand up to Burek, scats, and gets up forward for 5.
Excellent push by the Leopard offensive line.
There you go. Yeah, definitely. He was kind of doing the he was our Pittsburgh Steeler running back a few years ago. He used to kind of do that shuffle and cut. Then he won a lot of money. Who'd he go? Went to the Jets.
Oh, I can see his face.
He probably lost a lot of money holding out for the Steelers. But 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4 make it. Leopards with quads to the left side. Pulling with the quarterback keep. DiMarzio just picks up a yard. Chase Wondercheck pulling there. So it's going to make it 3rd and 3. Seeing Braden Hershey out there, receiver. 21, I don't know. We have 21 listed, so somebody's sneaking in.
Quinn Burek, it says here.
Quinn Burek, all right, so that's his younger brother. Quinn must have switched jerseys on us. There's that pop pass. Austin Wade breaks the tackle, and he's going to go in for a 35-yard touchdown.
Same play we ran first play of the series.
Yes.
This time we just connected. It was wide open, and good call by Coach Kappas going back to it again.
You know, you're getting great run push up front, like you just called. That's going to make those linebackers freeze. Austin off a nice play fake from Burek, connected, broke a tackle by the free safety, gave a little shake and bake.
Good things happen when you can run the ball.
There you go. Yes, amen to that. Chase Carterdusky set to kick the extra point right through with the hold by Gabe Stouffer. And with 3:10 left in the first quarter, the Louisville Leopards tied up at 7. We're here on the Stragit Media Network.
Dusky will kick off for the Leopards. Deep to return, number 12, Carson Long.
We're back at Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. The Louisville Leopards just completed a pitch and catch from Owen Burek to Austin Wade. Big drive for Lewis to get the momentum back.
It almost looked like they were just shaking off the rust in that first series, and then they put it together. They ran the ball well, threw the ball well. We had one incomplete pass on an open receiver, but all in all, a pretty nice series.
Yes, and as you said, great push up front. Trevor Burek, Cyrus Wright, Cam Atwell, Chase Wondercheck, Brady Hawk did a great job getting push run, and Cruz back, goes to the wickets. Did he touch it? He's going to have to pick it up at the, and did they call him down at the 1 yard line?
And stepped out of bounds at the 1 yard line.
So Carson Long, unfortunately, his heel is about a 1/4 inch too long. And the Leopards have the Quakers backed up.
Wyatt Smith a little shaken up on that play.
Yep, hopefully he can shake off the cobweb.
Let's see if the defense can shake off the rust from the last one like the offense did this last series.
Yep, so we got a couple of new bodies in there.
Which is good. Early season, you don't like to see too many kids going both ways. I know it's inevitable, but you want to try and keep your...
Caden Straley playing defensive tackle. Cam
Reynolds
Atwell is in there. Handoff left side to Richardson, who's going to punch forward for a couple. Colton Loy in there.
Big Ben Brendel right in the middle, making a nice stop.
Yeah, so a whole new defensive front there, and I know they got a lot of defensive linemen going both, or offensive linemen and defensive line going both ways, so it's good to see them mixing them in there. 2nd and 7, Leopards up tight. Watch, don't give a big one there. Handoff there to Jaden Bolts. Pushes forward for a few more.
The backside.
Yep, definitely going to need that senior leadership. Dusky, Braden Hershey, Will Ramsey.
3rd down, 4.
Will kind of is one of those old school, you know, being from the 70s. I remember watching the late 70s. He's just an old school physical Leopard linebacker.
He is. I coached his dad in Little Leopards, and he was the same type of a guy. Didn't say much, just hit you and pick you back up after he hit you.
Yeah, so 3rd down. Fossil takes a pass. Incomplete.
Excellent coverage over there by Cooper Rice. Made the break on the right time and broke it up.
All right, so Leopards, good job getting a 3 and out. Yeah, talking about Will Ramsey, I always felt Louisville back in the day, you always had, you had some, they hung their hat on defense, but you'd have some tough farm-type kids, and he's definitely from a farm family. You always had a few crazy guys that were a little unhinged.
Yeah, some of the Neffs and some of those guys like that.
We'll let you say the names, but and that's the key. Louisville defense, back in the day under Coach Starkey playing the old 5-2 defense.
Yep.
And Rick Crislip, one of his great linebackers, took over as a coach, kept that intensity in defense. Paul Farah, another, he won Coach Starkey's last teams. He took over for a long while. And hung their hat on defense.
That was always nice coming up through, because when I played, the calls to the left were always Leopard. And then when Rick took over, Coach Crislip, it was still Leopard. Then when Paul took over, Coach Farah, it was still Leopard. We had that continuous for probably 40 years of similar terminology, and it just made everything so simple.
Yes, and all you Leopard fans out there, how precious and how storied Louisville tradition is, and the names are rattling off of names of years past.
Well, a lot of familiar names out there now. It's just different faces.
Just different generations here. And then sometimes you have some that their moms are. That's what I remember coming up through us now. Jancic had to point out I was a Klebeck. My mom was a Klebeck. Yes. So.
Of course, Tom Klebeck was one of my favorite coaches when I played for Louisville. There we go.
Hershey catches the punt on the 45. We got a penalty down. He gets to the corner, and he's going to get stuffed for nothing. I'm going to guess that's going to march it back.
That's a beanbag, Mac.
Oh, that was a beanbag. We'll take an orange one over a yellow one. My eyes are getting a little older here. We're in my read. I'm pretty good from a distance.
Well, and it fell on that red P in
there you
Philadelphia.
Go.
So
there you go.
44-yard
drive. They're going to start the ball right on the 44-yard line of the New Philadelphia Quakers. Leopard's going to go with a trips formation to the short side. Hershey split out on his own to the wide side. Burek takes the snap, fake off to DiMarzio. Good protection. He's flushed to the right. See if he's going to tuck. He's got plenty of room as the fans yell. And he's going to pick up about 7.
Good coverage there by the Philly secondary. I think that was a wise choice that he tucked it in and scooted for a nice 7-yard gain there.
Yeah, give credit. Real nice protection up front because he had all good down and distance. 2nd and 3. Burek takes another snap. He's going to go up top. And they're going to give him the catch. Colton Loy.
He caught it.
I don't know if it was meant for him. Owen Burek looked like he was going to his brother Quinn. Quinn got tripped up. I thought they might call interference. And then Colton came and picked up the trail leg or something there.
Well, that's the beauty of offense. That,
there you go.
Something like that can happen. So.
Put it up to your athletes. Great catch by Colton Loy. Leopards on the 11-yard line. First down there. Quick pass to Tate Golden. He's going to push forward for 5.
Louisville pulled the 2 left side offensive linemen, give it a run appearance, and it was
interesting. Yeah, that's something a little different they've changed. Line, you get the kind of the RPOs you hear sometimes on TV, the run pass option. I think that was action that froze the underneath coverage. So 2nd and 5. Looks like we're going to wait for the quarter here. And the play clock goes just before the end of the quarter. That's going to make it the end of the first quarter, I believe. Referee's discussing. And if they call the line for moving. And unfortunately, I think we were waiting to run out the clock for the quarter, and somebody got a little happy feet up there, or got a little fidget. And that's going to make it up. So early on, you see a lot of little mistakes. Guess we're going to have to run one untimed down here. I don't know if they.
Second down.
Put 2 seconds back on the clock, Matt. Now it's the end.
All right, there we go, yeah. And that marks the end of the first quarter. So with 1 quarter in the books here in New Philadelphia, Ohio, it's the Leopard 7, the Quakers 7 on the Straggett Media Network. We're back at Tuscarora Park, which I'm sure many of you have driven down to. Great little kiddie park. Beautiful park, old park. Here at Woody Hayes Quaker Stadium. Leopards at a 2nd and 10 on their own 11, trying to overcome a false start call. 5 on the Quaker 44-yard line. Burek takes the snap. Fake, keeps it. A lot of territory out there. Picks up about 4.
Nice tackle by Pete DiDonato on that.
Yeah, it's tough.
Burek put the move on him, and he just stayed in the right spot.
Just like your coach teaches it there. Leopards, yeah, in the open field especially, that's tough. So Leopards 3rd and 7. Be interesting if Coach Kappas treats this as 4-down territory or not. Burek takes the snap, rides the fake, gives it to Marzi on the corner, uses his speed. Is he going to get there? Touchdown, Leopards! Owen DiMarzio with his first varsity touchdown for the Blue and White, and the Leopards take a 13-7 lead.
Well, his dad, Alex, has got to be happy about that. I don't think he ever had that kind of speed going around the corner that he demonstrated.
Alex was a fullback on offense,
exactly.
I remember.
Alex was a linebacker or fullback type guy. So.
And if Alex is watching here in the
he's here
replay, I know he's here, but I'm sure listening to me on the replay, I'm hitting a big fullback touchdown. I think that's the Vikings or Kent in overtime for a victory. Carter Dusky set for the extra point. Hold by Gabe Stouffer, the sophomore. High snap. Carter punches it right down the middle. Right off the D on the band shell. And the Leopards take a 14-7 lead here. You know, one good thing about that play there is Owen Burek did a nice job really riding the handoff.
He did, excellent. And I didn't know who had the ball until I saw Owen take off after he got past the hash mark there.
Yeah,
it takes excellent speed.
Yeah, it takes a lot of discipline as a quarterback, just holding that handoff, waiting for the defense to commit, and then Owen. And sometimes you forget as a running back, you see the other color jersey, you want to make a cutback, but Owen's got great speed. Sometimes, like I said, Owen's dad, Alex, is a two-way player for the Leopards. Owen's grandfather, Alex DiMarzio, who helps coach for Louisville, was a Canton McKinley Bulldog. He held the county record in the hurdles for over 30 years.
I believe he played college football at Purdue.
Played at Purdue as a cornerback at Purdue. Won a Big Ten hurdle title. Alex, a great friend, used to coach with. I coached with back in the 90s. Alex kind of opened my eyes to Canton, life in Canton, and Canton stories. He has some great stories of growing up in Canton. A lot of them ended with pow. So Leopards 14-7 answer an early New Philly Quaker touchdown with 14 points of their own. 11:21 left here in the first half. Dusky set to kick off. It's a low drive off the tee. Delacruz picks it off. Breaks one tackle, pushes forward. Gabe Stouffer there. Jake Palmier. Carter Deem, all there driving them back inside the 25.
Nice effort by Cooper Rice there. He came barreling down, and they just made him to adjust his path, and I think it made an important move.
Well, I think there's a line they use metaphorically, stay in your lane. He literally stayed in your lane as a coach, kickoff coach. You get a little nosy, and you create those wide gaps. But, yeah, he funneled him inside, kept us contained, and Leopards got New Philly backed up on their own 21-yard line. Keaton Fossil back at quarterback, one of the returning starters for the young New Philly ball club. Hand off to Richardson, got room on the right side there, and he's going to pick up a first down and more. Gabe Stouffer, Cooper Rice, Carter Dusky on the tackle.
Got to give credit to that Philly line on that one. They just did a nice job moving white jerseys out of the way.
Yes, a lot of green carpet for Richardson to run. 1st and 10, 14-yard gain. Richardson, he's going to pick up about 4 up the middle.
Looks like Philly's widening their splits on the offensive line, trying to spread out that Louisville defense. I think maybe Louisville has the quickness advantage on.
We got Brady Hawk up front, Ben Brendel. And Wyatt Smith back in. Good to see. Wyatt was out for a little while, got dinged up. And we got some, I don't know if it's a substitution penalty here. Let's see here. And pretty symbolic of an early season game. We said a lot of little sloppy penalties, execution penalties.
Coach Johnson sure doesn't look very happy in that black coach's shirt over there.
No.
That's for sure.
So I think he's frustrated with a substitution. You have to have your one guy come out at a certain point when someone comes in. That way the defense knows who they are defending.
Well, and I think when you come in off the sideline, you have to at least go in as far as the half.
Yes.
And maybe that's where they caught him.
Yeah, he used to do the little sneaky receiver step right in on the edge of the sideline. Looks like they're going to wave it off.
Second down, 6.
All right, so 2nd and 6. Quakers with trips to the right. And it's caught. Shellis.
Pass complete.
Go to the tall 6'7" wide out.
Big target. I thought Cooper Rice had good coverage on him. It was just one of those situations where he probably has 6 inches height advantage on Cooper.
And that's tough. Sometimes you watch on TV and then you say, hey, the DB needs to turn and look. The corner needs to turn and look. Unfortunately, you turn and look too early, slow down a little bit, and now it's left a little seam. And the Quakers get a big 40-yard gain here. 1st and 10 on the 21, up the middle to Richardson, and he's stuffed.
Nice play there by Brady Hawk, just coming right through the gap and making a nice tackle.
Tackle by Hawk.
Brady Hawk, Will Ramsey to the leaders defensively, senior leaders.
Second down, 10.
Maybe pushed him back a half yard. Leopards leading 14-7, 9:29 left here in the 2nd quarter. Cooper Rice, Carter Dusky, Gabe Stouffer, Jake Palmier. Little flare out to Richardson, and he brings it down. And give him a catch. Going to pick up a few there.
Awesome pass complete.
Ty Palmier playing cornerback there. There's your back 7 guys in coverage here. It's going to make it 3rd and 3. I'm sorry, 3rd and 13.
Richardson. 2-yard loss.
My fault. I haven't gone forward until he got back to kind of on the flare out there.
So he lost 3 yards on that play.
Threw a little rainbow flare out there. I had my lines mixed up.
Yep.
So 3rd and 13. Big play for both teams here. Leopards got him behind the chains. Time to make a play on the perimeter and put some pressure up front. Fossil takes a snap, looking at the wheel route. Richardson wide open. He's going to get the 1st down and more, and he is in for the touchdown. Leopards, Quakers ran a little go route, ran the receiver off. Richardson trailed on a wheel route from the backfield, and Fossil hit him right in stride for the touchdown.
Good play call. I just thought that our linebacker should have been out there in coverage, and obviously he was reading something different on that play.
Well, that's how the coaches, they design them in the playbook to work on both sides, and obviously there was a breakdown. And the Quakers get a chance here with Mushrush set to kick to tie it up. It's like the Quakers are missing somebody front. Let's see, I'm going to do my count there. Looks like they're missing a tackler. They're going to have to take a timeout.
Out there.
8:24 left here in the 2nd quarter. New Philly opened the game. Leopards stuffed it on defense. Leopards got the ball back, got stuffed as well. Short punt gave New Philly a short field. They capped on an Austin Wade touchdown. Their own short field, and it made a 44-yard drive. 7 years ago. Too many Owens on this team here. 14-13. Kick is up into the bleachers. Is it good? So, the game's tied up with 14. 8:24 left, 2nd quarter. You're listening to the Straggit Media Network. Stadium. 14-all. The Quakers just scored a touchdown to tie it up here. We were talking about first game of the year, wondering how conditioning is, who is going to wear out, and sometimes you see some cramps, but we don't anticipate seeing too much tonight because
gorgeous night out here. I mean, it's not 80 degrees. It's probably in the high 60s, maybe the low 70s, I would say.
yeah, no humidity. Perfect night for football.
Gorgeous night.
Almost perfect. They should be played on grass. That would make a perfect night.
That would make a perfect
All this fake stuff. Little punch kick here. Nobody's home. Somebody's got to field it. Gabe Stouffer gets it, and good strategy by New Philly. Push them all the way back to the Leopards' 21-yard line. Leopard offense comes back out. And Burek, after a couple misconnections in his first couple passes, has been pretty much on since then. Once again up front, Trevor Burek, Cyrus Wright, Cam Atwell, Chase Wondercheck, and Brady Hawk reading from left tackle to right tackle. These referees like to call their, what do we got here? I don't know if there's an equipment issue or what.
Their football pants aren't long enough.
Ah.
Not covering the knees. Must be a point of emphasis for this season.
Hey, if they're going to call it, I'm all for it. Got to wear that equipment, protect it. Burek takes a snap. Reed hands off to DiMarzio, and he's going to get stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Owen running the ball much harder. I think he just was a little nervous at the beginning of the game, and I think those jitters, you know how once it gets the first hit, the first run, your first touchdown, you get a lot more confidence.
Especially being a sophomore.
Exactly.
It's a whole different.
Got to remember these guys are only 15 years old.
Yes.
Some of them, so.
Yes. Second down for Leopard, 2nd and 10. Burek fakes the handoff. Scrambling to the left, and he's got Matt Crosby makes the catch. Senior 6'1" receiver.
Nice throw by Owen Burek on that one.
Yeah, just a nice little deep back route. Leopards move the chains. First 10 on 36. Hand up the middle to DiMarzio. He gets stuffed again. No gain.
Don't be surprised Leopards come back off of that play action like that and do that.
Yes.
Back to the middle and for the tight end like it was earlier in the game.
Yes, and I saw Tate Gold's run wide open that last pass play coming across on a crossing route. So we'll see if they go to that. Golden in motion, fakes the jet sweep to him, looking down the middle Wade, and unfortunately he's going to be sacked. Well, when we came up to the press box, one number you marked down is number 16.
Yes.
Owen Schellis, and he's been pretty special. Touched
stadium, and I saw him. You could tell that he looked like he was a football player.
He won the eye test pretty early.
The eye test, exactly.
Yeah, being 6'7", it's hard to hide. All right, 3rd and 16 here. Leopards got to take care of the ball. Trips to the short side. Play action fake, more pressure. Burek breaks one tackle, can't break another. Finished off by Etz Williams.
Looked like Philly brought a delayed blitz on that one, got to the quarterback. Owen made one nice play to get away, but just couldn't get away from the second.
Yeah, hard to escape 3. Broke 2 tackles, couldn't escape the 3rd. It's going to be a 4th and 25. Leopards back at the original line of scrimmage for this drive. Philly looking to get good field position here. Tusky hits a wobbler. And it's going to go out at the 45-yard line, 34-yard punt. Good snap by Landon Fauner there. And the Quakers take over here with 5:47 left here in the second quarter. Important for the Leopards here to answer defensively. Had a couple of nice series in the last series. The Quakers sprung some nice plays on them, so we'll see how they counterpunch here in this series.
Let's see if we bring a little more pressure from the linebackers this series. It just seemed like we were on our heels in that last series.
Yeah, Leopard's in a 3-3 defense, 3 defensive linemen. Really, 3-5, 3 linebackers, or 3-4, I should say. And we got a whistle. What's this one going to be?
Timeout.
Looks like Coach Johnson's going to take a timeout. And we're going to take a quick timeout on the Straggett Media Network. We're back at Quakers Stadium. 1st and 10, Quakers take over on their own 45-yard line. 5:44 left here in the second quarter. 14-14 between these two storied programs. Handoff there to Etney Richardson. He's going to push forward for 4. Gabe Stouffer. Caden Straley. Ben Brendel, I see all getting off the pile. Nice crowd on hand. See the red and black across the way there. The Quaker faithful. Plenty of Louisville faithful here tonight for the opener.
Side is full, yes.
Little jet sweep handoff to Pete DiDonato. Colton Lloyd does a great job open field tackle. Picks up a couple. It's going to make it 3rd and 3. I called it a pass, so I think he pitched beat. Did he pitch in front or behind?
Looked like a jet sweep to me.
Definitely jet sweep. I tell you what, that's one thing quarterbacks nowadays do, that little pitch forward is like a pass. You can get some nice stats by just throwing a 8-inch pass here. New Philly better see if it's 4-down territory. Got a tight end and split to the near side. Fossil in the shotgun. He's going to take a pass and got a whistle blown. We got a illegal motion or illegal procedure.
A little leaning on that one there.
We get a little antsy. Have to go old school there. Run your 40-yard sprints and line up in your stance. Wait for the cadence there. Or that one when I was playing, when I was coaching Cotton Crisp, keep everybody behind the line there.
Yep. Coach.
Who was the taskmaster back in the 70s?
Coach McKinney was the cast.
Coach Bob McKinney, defense coordinator, right?
Correct.
Great defensive coach for the Leopards. Great teacher, history teacher. Quarterback draw, Fossil keeps it, pushes forward, and he's going to be close to the first down. He's going to get it. Yeah, that 70s staff under Coach Starkey. Hathaway, Ken Hathaway.
Yes. Your Uncle Tom Klebeck.
Uncle Tom, yeah.
Tom Benson, or Bob Benson.
I didn't know Bob coached back then.
Yep. We had Bob Jackson on the staff back then.
All right, he was my freshman coach.
Yeah. Ended up being the head coach at Aquinas and Sandy
Valley.
Yeah,
yep.
Before he came back to Louisville and coached under Rick again.
Yep. Quakers in a tight formation, sloppy handoff, but Richardson's going to fall forward for about 3. Leopard staff now, a lot of old Leopard alumni.
Corey Godone.
Some Browns there. I was a Bear, but yeah, you coached the Browns way back in the day,
exactly.
Right? John Vanasek, coach offensive side. Troy Davis, who's former head coach, is now helping on the defensive side. All Leopard graduates.
Mike Norris, don't forget Coach Horst Norris.
Handoff, look at the crossing route. Shellis is open. Makes another catch. Rumbling all the way down to the 11-yard line. Leopard's got to find big number 16. He's hard to hide, but he's been getting open. Another big play for the black and red.
Brady Hawk almost got to him, but he just got it off. Give the Philly quarterback a lot of credit on getting that one out of there.
Well, as an old DB coach, you got to try to keep him in front of you. It's tough on those crossing routes. You lose sight when you're covering over in your area.
Especially when your receiver's 6'7".
Yes,
so.
yes. You're not looking. You're looking at the guy on your side. Clicking and try to hit a little inside screen. Unfortunately, it's snuffed out. Lipke bringing pressure.
Cam Doherty on that play also.
Hawk and Dusky.
Push inside by Cyrus Wright. Big play for Leopards. Quakers lose about 10, it looks like, or 11. Quakers a little greedy there, I think, on that play. He's trying to run a little inside slip screen and short field. And
one of those plays, it's good when it happens, when it clicks, but it can be a disaster when it doesn't.
Way back when he used to call plays. Sometimes you get a little greedy as passing. And roll out to the right side. Fossil looks like he makes the connection.
Fossil's pass complete to number 12.
Nice catch by Carson Long. Splits the chain in half. It's going to make it 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11.
9 yards on the play.
Ball's on the right hash.
3rd down, 11.
Big number 16, Shellis, split out on his own there. Let's see if they can go up top. Going to run the wheel route again. Richardson wide open, and he's going to walk in for the touchdown. What's the old saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on the Leopards, unfortunately.
Ran Shellis on an inside.
Yeah.
And they just ran the other guy right behind him, and he was wide open in the flat.
Great call by Mike Johnson and his staff. Here the Philly will shine tonight fight song, and the Quakers shine right now with 13 unanswered points after the Leopards ran off 2 touchdowns of their own. Aiden Mushrash looking to cap the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 1:49 left here in the first half, the New Philadelphia Quakers 21, the Leopards 14. You're listening and watching Straget Media Network.
Number 17, Aiden Mushrush. Will kickoff for your Quakers. Deep to return.
Back at Quaker Stadium here, 1:49 left here in the second quarter. New Philly takes the lead.
Well, let's see if the Leopards can get a nice return on this and see what they can do with 1:49 left on the clock. Still have 2 timeouts left, so I think there's plenty of time if we can get a couple nice plays.
Definitely. Got to get good field position. Gabe Stouffer and Owen DiMarzio back. A little wedge shot. Somebody's got to field it once again. Luckily, it's going to go out of bounds. That's our up back's got to be, I know they're looking to block, but got to protect that ball. But Leopards are going to get the ball on the 35-yard line. 1:49 left. Owen DiMarzio has been the running back the whole time for Louisville. Thought we might see a little bit of action by Will Ramsey, who ran the ball a decent amount last year. Cam Doherty, I think he's an option. Another sophomore, Braden Elsass, may see a little bit of them. But Owen's done a nice job so far.
Excellent job for a young man that just,
yes,
like you say, a sophomore that's never seen varsity action before.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Owen Burek back to lead the Leopards at quarterback. Loy and Crosby split to the near side. Burek looks down the middle and in and out of the hands of Tate Golden. Almost broken up.
Just got to come through.
Zipped it in there. Second and 10. 1:44 left. Loy split to the near side. Pop pass to Loy. He's going to just miss him there. He had him there, but couldn't connect.
Philly in that press coverage, so I think we're not going to complete anything short. We're just going to have to go to those medium routes like that one was.
A little over the top. Fortunately, couldn't connect there. So makes it 3rd and 10.
3rd down, 10.
Big play for Louisville. See if we can get the momentum back. Trips to the wide side here. Pierre takes the snap. DeMarzio looking to flare one way, goes across to Braden Hershey the other way. Unfortunately, he's going to pick up about 4 or 5. And it's going to put the Leopards probably in a punting situation here.
Little slip screen, had a couple linemen out in front, but just didn't get the correct blocking to make that one happen.
Yeah, well-designed play. They kind of slipped DeMarzio out to the wide side and came back to the other side, but the Quakers were disciplined, stayed home. Quakers with 1 timeout left. Let the clock burn here. Still 17 seconds left on the play clock, so Leopards can tick it down to about 50 seconds. 1 minute and counting.
Carter Dusky in punt formation.
Dusky back to punt.
Jordy Delacruz deep to return.
And New Philly lets 38 seconds burn off and decides to take timeout. So that's a help for the Leopards.
Timeout, Philadelphia.
So New Philly, honestly, they get the ball back and when their field position will probably determine what they want to do, though they can throw it up top to Owen Schellis, who's been, I'd say, definitely the player of the game so far.
I would have to agree with you, Matt.
He's the
Leopards
biggest.
Just don't seem to have an answer for him.
Yes, and the Quakers have counted a couple times, used him as a decoy in that last touchdown. 2 wheel route touchdown passes to Etney Richardson out of the backfield. Quakers had the first score, Leopards third sweep run. 4 seconds left. Dusky back in punt formation. Kicks a low liner. Fielded by De La Cruz. And gets to the 40-yard line. We got a penalty down. Great tackle by Wyatt Smith, and that penalty is going to move it back probably 10 more. Looks like we got a block in the back.
It's just what the doctor ordered.
All right, so 44 seconds left. Quakers going to have the ball probably on the 28-yard line. Name that play call. What are you seeing here, KP? What's the Quakers going to – I got mine already in my head. We'll see if we're reading minds.
Well, I think that little slip screen like Louisville just ran would be a nice call, nice safe call. But I wouldn't be surprised if number 16 is involved in the next play.
I'm going with a quarterback draw first. They're going to see what they do on play 1. That's my hunch with the young team. Quakers return 3 stars on both sides of the field. Leopard got up front here for the last series here. Wyatt Smith, Ben Brendel, and number 16's way wide out. So name that play call, Mac Aljancic. Nailed that one. Schellis breaks 1 tackle, picks up a few.
Nice call, man.
I'm sure there's some, well, we won't say anything. There's some website where I'm sure you name that call, you might get a little perk or something.
Yes.
Old QB1 at the sports bars used to do that, I think.
Coach Taggart giving you a hand clap.
There you go.
There.
Coach Taggart, part of the Little Leopard Browns legacy. That was the Little Leopard Bears. Butch Peer coach, Tom Goulding took over.
Butch Peer.
Yeah, that was way bad. I was a ball boy for the water boy. Bobby Boucher. 38 seconds left there. He's looking, hesitating. Delivers. Pass caught. Cooper Rice on the tackle.
Number 4, Pete DiDonato.
Pete DiDonato.
Gain of the 41 for another New Philadelphia first down.
Cam Dockery also on tackle. Schellis back, throws across the middle. DiDonato just behind him. 20 push here. Cyrus Wright comes in for Brendel. 46-yard line. Quakers own 46-yard line. 21-14 New Philadelphia Quakers over the Louisville Leopards here. And game 1 of high school football here in the Buckeye State. Fossil takes the snap, got another wheel route, looking on the in route, and he hits DiDonato. So both clubs are going to head in the locker room with the Quakers, the host Quakers, with a 21-14 lead here. As they head to the locker room, KP, what's a couple of things Louisville needs to talk about as they head for the break?
A couple things that I do like was there was limited penalties, no turnovers, which is always a key to winning the ball game. You can't turn the ball over. You can't give them the ball. We need to improve on our kickoff returns, I think. We need to cover that. I think the we don't have an answer for 6'7". I mean,
Yes.
that's going to be our problem. How do we shut that guy down?
Yeah, I think selling the defensive backfield, the linebackers, your back seven, to stay home.
Yes.
Know their role. I think Coach Paul Fair used to say, mow your own grass.
Yes,
He used to
there
talk
you go.
about your neighborhood. You know, you're trying to make plays somewhere else. Stay home because we're getting hurt on wheel route, getting hurt on crossing routes. And
Quarterback draw looked like it was there. I mean, just
Yes.
they're spreading the field on us, and I don't know that the answer is what the answer is. You know, we're going to find out how good a coach Chris
I'm
Kappas
sure.
is with
Yeah,
his halftime
I'm going to say Coach
adjustments.
Kappas is, you know, do what we've been working on for the last 3 weeks.
Yes,
Play ball and do that.
like you say, mow
The
your own
pride of
grass.
Louisville, the Louisville marching band's coming here, led by Chris Bleininger.
And student teacher Matthew Dietrich. The color guard is advised by Mrs. Sarah Philo and Miss Carrie Ann Hardman. Percussion and Riley Tipton. We would like to begin our halftime show this evening with the opener from our competition show. Soloists include Josie Rigdon and Olivia Lewis on trumpet and Landon Moser on baritone. We are excited to present movement one of Blackbird Set Free. Next, we'd like to play a hit that was made famous in 1966 by the Rolling Stones. We hope you enjoy Paint It Black. Congratulations to the LHS Marching Band for being awarded first place in Pro Football Hall of Fame Grand Parade's Battle of the Bands competition. The band and its directors would like also to wish good luck to the Marching Quaker Band on the upcoming competitive season and school year.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we start our show, I would like to give you a little bit of trivia about the band you just saw. I know the announcer said that the director is Chris Kleiner. What you may not know is Mr. Christopher Kleiner is a 1997 graduate of your New Philadelphia High School. So let's give Chris a round of applause to bring his band back to Quakers Stadium. That was awesome. The Marching Quakers were at band camp all week this week at Skyview Ranch out in Millersburg. Fantastic place. And we got movement number one of our competitive show, which is called Wired. You'll see the electricity on the kids' shirts. Usually you won't see that because it'll be underneath their uniform, but you can see the electricity. It's all about things being wired, unwired, plugged, plugged in, unplugged. You're going to hear some really interesting things on the field. Down here in this section here, you're going to hear a bassoon trio. You don't bring a bassoon trio out to the stadium very often, but we have a wireless system now because the band is supporting us, and you're going to hear a little bit of a bassoon trio here as part one. Okay, so here we go. This is part one of our 2023 show entitled Wired.
Fans tonight's out-of-town scoreboard is the service of Ferris Chevrolet. If you're looking for scores from around the Ohio Cardinal Conference, these are all halftime scores. Lexington 7, Ontario 7. It's West Holmes 21, Triway 7. Worcester 14, Orville 10. Akron St. Vincent St. Mary 22-7. Marion Harding 14. Rittman 13, Strasburg nothing. Claymont 19, Harrison Central 12. It's Indian Valley 19, Akron Ellet nothing. Caraway. Ridgewood leads Coshocton 8-0. Newcomerstown 28, Bern Dover 6. $10. 50 number 0 8 0 0 8 5 4. You can claim your winnings at the press box. Thank you for your support. And don't forget, at the end of tonight's third quarter, our Quaker ladies yard line contest will be decided based on where the ball is spotted to end the third quarter. Fans, the winner of tonight's Quaker Club 50-50 contest.
When I played, we had blue helmets, white face
A
masks.
great Quaker, Mr. Dale Denham. Congratulations.
We're back. Halftime is about wrapping up. The New Philadelphia Quakers lead the Louisville Leopards 21-14. New Philly jumped out to a 7-0 lead on a 30-yard catch by probably our halftime player of the game, Owen Schellis. Big 6'7" tight ends. Leopards matched that with a 35 touchdown yard pass from Owen Burek to Austin Wade. Kind of remember all my names here. Leopards got another touchdown run, a 7-yard run by Owen DiMarzio. Unfortunately, New Philly answered with a couple of wheel route touchdown catches by their running back, Etney Richardson, and they lead 21-14 at halftime. I'm here with Kevin Paul, Mac Aljancic here. Kevin, what are a few things you think Louisville needs to hang their hat on here in the second half?
Well, I'm thinking we need to get a little bit more pressure on the quarterback. You know, that we've been running that 3 front, but towards the end there, I was starting to see Jacob Gall. We have an answer for the 6'7" wide receiver. Maybe we just have to put more pressure, bring a little more heat.
Yes.
I mean, I was
Running a little dud shot here. Gabe Stover picked all Quakers, some schools. Leopards take over 26-yard line. Owen Burek in his first start for the Leopards, transfer from Aquinas. He's had a nice game so far. He's joined in this backfield, new running back here in the second half, which is Braden Elsess. Another sophomore, a little out route to Tate Golden, wide open. Breaks a couple of tackles and picks up about 18 yards.
simple pitch and catch. That's what it's all about.
Get it to your athlete. Tate's a nice, quick athlete. Broke a couple tackles, and that Yaks, yard after catch, gets the Leopards out to the 42-yard line. Leopards with trips to the wide side. Takes a snap, fake. Right up the middle to Austin Wade. Picks up 18 more.
That tight end pop pass has been open all night. I hope it's just we haven't been able to complete it on every occasion.
That's a classic from your era, my era, the old tight end pop pass, a little different from the shotgun. The Leopards quickly flip the field on the Quaker 40-yard line, driving here, early second half. Another pump fake. Burek, actually, we got a penalty. I don't know if it's going to be on the Leopards or we're going to get a little hands in the face, as it looks like. Is that Brady Hott lost his jersey? Nope, we're going to call hold on the Leopards.
Lost his helmet and got called for holding. I mean, that's the ultimate insult right
Yeah.
there.
High school, you got to come out if your helmet comes off. Ball clubbed over. Give to Braden Elsass. Name should be a little familiar. His dad, Kurt Elsass, was a star running back linebacker for the Leopards in the early 2000s. Reed, that's looking at 3rd and 20.
They had planned.
Yes. Leopards 3rd down. You got Crosby and Wade split to the near side. Golden and Hershey to the wide side up top. Burek throws an out route. Nice grab there by Crosby. He's going to move up to the. It's going to be punting here.
But this might be a good spot for a fake punt. Let's see what Coach Kappas has up his sleeve.
It's a big chunk here, but yeah, I never know what he's up to there. I'm going to guess he's going to play field position there. Heel. Dusky takes the snap. Takes a nice soft spiral. It's going to land at about the 11-yard line. Checks up. And it's going to go out of bounds right at the 1-yard line. Looks like a Kevin Paul wedge shot right there at
right,
Pleasant View.
Yeah, once in 100 years.
By the way, nice golf course about 2 miles that way. Oak Shadows down here in New Philadelphia. Beautiful setting here in Tuscarora Park, which is over 100 years old. You can see the Ferris wheel in the background. New Philly takes over here, 9:21 left here in the 3rd quarter. Their heels on the 1-yard line. Leopards had them pinned back in the first half, in the first quarter, and stuffed them, and that led to a Leopard touchdown. Going to go up top to Shellis. A little overthrown there.
Good pressure brought by the Leopards, though, that time. He had to get rid of it.
Yes, and then you talked about that. Keaton Fossil, the returning starter at quarterback. Probably good decision on his end. Just, hey, throw it up to the big boy there.
Yep.
As Owen Shellis has scorched the Leopards with some big catches and some decoys that open up those wheel routes for touchdowns. 2nd and 10, heels on the 1-yard line. Quakers go in a power formation. Give to Etney, who's going to push across the 6-yard line to give him some breathing room. 3rd and 5. You can see the Quaker student section and the Quaker band shell in the background.
Big play time here for the Leopards defense. We need to hold them here.
Yes, got to get off the field, keep that field position battle here, win that here to start the second half. 21-14 here, Quakers. 8:46 and counting. Quakers back in a power formation. Little cross give up the middle, and he's going to get the first down and more.
Coaching staff downstairs heard a thud on the
Yes.
wall, so I think we had a missed assignment there that might have cost us on that play.
And you let him escape there. Quakers take first down out the 14-yard line here. You listen on the Straggett Media Network. Just a reminder, you can catch plenty of great Leopard action on the Straggett Media Facebook page. You can find it also on the Straggett YouTube page here. Plenty of good things there. Richardson pushes forward, and he's close to another first down. And New Phillies won the battle up front the last 2 plays.
Tackle by Rice. Spot of the football. The 25.
Will Ramsey a little shaken up on that last play, too.
Philadelphia, first down.
Leopards aren't real big up front. Wyatt Smith, 6'1", $185 is a tackle. Brady Hawk, I'm going to say, is generously, he's 210. Probably right about there. Cyrus Wright, the big man in the middle right now. Gonna throw a wide out route. Nice pass. Doesn't gain much there as Cooper Rice, Colton Loy on the tackle.
Tackle by Cooper Rice.
Impressive throw, though, Coach. I mean, it was just That ball had some zip on it. It was a 40-yard out pass.
Yes, 40 yards for a, down the line of scrimmage, one hash the other. Football field, 53 1/3 yards. I'm going to guess, I think the hash, I can't remember how far in the hashes are, 18 yards maybe. So that was definitely a chuck for a whole lot of nothing. 2nd and 8. Give to Richardson, breaks a tackle. Good push, and he's going to pick up about 6 or 7. Going to make it 3rd and short.
Right now, Philly's offensive line just dominating. I mean, good things happen when you run the ball.
Yep. The hammer or the nail right now, they're getting the push. Big play for Louisville here, trailing 21-14, 6:30 and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Tight end and a power back to the right side. Handoff, and it looks like he's going to get the first down. Jaden Bolts with the carry. And a nice drive here for New Philly. Their backs were against the wall on their own 1-yard line after a great Kardidusky punt, but they got all the way out to the 36, got some momentum here. And if I'm Coach Johnson, I just keep handing the ball off, make the Leopards stop you.
Philly's in no hurry, chewing top clock and just taking time off the board.
Nice crossing route. And it's going to go, looks to the house. We see a yellow penalty down there for the Leopards. Pete DiDonato, favorite target. Catches a nice crossing route, but I think it's going to get shaved in about half. Got a flag down on the 30-yard line. I don't know exactly that
signal. What signal was that?
I think it might be a legal, what's the Browns say? That call last night on the quarterback, blindside block.
Blindside block, okay.
Gave like 2 knucks, personal foul. And basically he's putting his 2 fists together at his forehead. So probably going to be a 15-yarder, and that saves the Leopards.
It does. Is that a targeting call, you think, Mac? Or?
I think it's just now they call those where, it's kind of, I would say, a blindside type block where you can't do that anymore, where you used to be able to earhole guys. And
yeah, those days are gone.
And
not a bad thing.
Yes, those are unfortunately, those are things that lead to concussions, and that's bad. Our line, 1st and 10. Going to throw a little. Carson Long picks up maybe a couple yards, 2nd and 8. Leopards defensive backfield, we got Cooper Rice, Jake Palmier, Braden Hershey, Colton Loy, the defensive backs, linebackers, Carter Dusky, Jake Galbraith, Will Ramsey, and Cam Doherty. Give up the gut. Richardson shakes and breaks, bakes the tackle, and he's going to pick up about 14 yards, another first down.
Philly's offense just looks, they're just taking control up front.
Just using their size and creating gaps. You give daylight with good running backs, good things happen. Quakers, who started this drive on the 1-yard line, have gotten all the way inside the Leopards 30. Richardson's going to pick up 5 more. Leopards don't have an answer. 2nd and 5.
Tackle by Ty Palmier. Five yards on the carry. 2nd down, 5.
Which is dad and uncles. Plenty of time. Fossil's going to scramble, and he's going to pick up the first down. All the way down to the 16-yard line. 4 minutes and counting here in the 3rd quarter. 21-14 Quakers.
Josh Nicholson on the stop.
Good coverage by the Leopard secondary at that time, but just very impressed with number 11 for the Quakers.
Yeah, he's poised. He's been on target.
First down.
See what the Leopards dial up here. New Philly on a 83-yard drive so far. 16 yards from pay dirt.
Union Hospital, proud to be the official sports medicine provider for New Philadelphia High School. The sports medicine specialists at Union Hospital understand athletes and are experts in common sports injuries such as overuse issues, ACL tears, sprains, strains, and more. If your athlete has a sports injury, call 340-343-3335.
Stadium here. 3:26 left in third quarter. New Philly, who is leading 21-14. Leopards led 14-7 middle second quarter after trailing 7-0. Quakers have answered with 2 times. We got a penalty here. The Leopards need a break like this. They need that extra yard, just get a little momentum here. Because as you pointed out, New Philly just being physical up front, being able to get the good push.
Their size and strength that just started.
That was about. So 1st and 10 again.
First and 10.
Got a 3 wide outs, tight end. Richardson behind Fossil. We're looking the area of holding there, so don't think they're going to wave this one off. See if it's 1st and 16. Down here in Tuscaloosa. Lives in